if you have the keen eyesight of the American bald eagle and you happen to watch my last video on the mower, you probably noticed some red duct tape on that mower. And if you did not notice it, maybe I'll post a photo or maybe a overlay video clip of it. And you're wondering, hey, he's got red duct tape on that mower. I wonder why. Well, allow me to show you. We're gonna do a little fixing on the mower. But then if you know the layout of my property, you know that I'm walking down my driveway. The house is back there somewhere. And here's my driveway. Well, you can see about half of it, and the other half is that way. And that's where my mower is right now. And my mower has been there for over a week now. Why? There's a song that I've been singing to my family for a long, long time, many years. And that song is titled, Check Your Lug Nuts. Check your lug nuts. It does not take that long. If you're not sure what the lug nuts are, it's a little thing that hold your tire to the wheel assembly and everything else. Maybe I'll post a photo of what a lug nut is. We have multiple vehicles. I tell my family, check the lug nuts before you go, especially if you're gonna go on a long drive. We have a flatbed trailer. If you're gonna haul stuff, check your lug nuts. We have a horse trailer. Before hauling, check your lug nuts. It does not take that long. Little did I know that I should have been listening to my song, because it never occurred to me to check the lug nuts on the mower. Yeah, so I'm looking at the mower right now. So I will swap camera. Yep. Yeah, it is missing a tire. Not that one. But yeah, the lug nuts, oh, they're still there. Yep, the tire fell out. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mow a lot. I even mow areas that I don't need to mow. And I'm walking this way away from the mower, being in the shade. It's kind of hot. Like I said, I enjoy mowing. I mow some areas that we don't have to mow. I enjoy the way everything looks after it's mowed. I mow areas beyond my driveway, across the road, because when I'm coming home, I really enjoy seeing that section. I'm gonna say hello to the goats over here on the side. So, but going back to the red duct tape, and speaking of mowing, on the other side of the road, months ago, I was mowing by the road and I lost power. Well, I still had power, but the mower was barely moving. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to like push this thing from here back to the house, and it's gonna be a long push. And I'm looking around, and then I noticed the throttle control, it was like towards the lower end. And so I put it back, full throttle. Well, it held there for about half a second, and then it went back to the lower end. So I was able to, it's a zero turn, so it's got, two handles. So I was like with my right hand hanging onto the throttle, full throttle, and then with my left hand, I was like trying to like maneuver both levers. So I managed to get it to the house, and I did not know a quick fix. I searched online. There was not much information when it came to that. And one of my viewers, one of the guys I work with, he said, "Hey, we have the same mower. And I don't know if you run into this issue, but," and he explained to me he had the same issue with the throttle control even before I even said anything to him. So he said he searched online for it and he did not find any videos about it. He was able to find a video, but you had to like take the whole side off. And he said, all you have to do is just take 4 little screws that are on the very top, lift the assembly, make sure there's either a screw or a nut. They have to like make sure it's tight, and then you just put the assembly back down, and that's all there is to it. So I cannot mow today for obvious reasons. Oh, by the way, I've ordered the wheel, and it should be delivered tomorrow. So, but yeah, I cannot mow today. I've taken care of the animals when it came to feed. So right now, I am going to see if my buddy is correct, and I still have a bunch of duct tape on it. Because what happens is, I don't know if I mentioned already, my fix to it was I duct tape it. I'll put throttle full control and then put some duct tape. The downside to that is, because of the heat, the duct tape the adhesive on the duct tape will loosen up. And what's the fix to that? More duct tape. So right now I'm gonna see if I can adjust the camera to the tripod and see how well we can do this, because I cannot adjust the mower, once again, for obvious reasons. So the mower is halfway in the shade and halfway in direct sunlight. So I don't know how well the camera is gonna be able to adjust to that. So hopefully I can do this, and I'm doing this because my friend, he could not find enough information when he was searching. So I'm doing this, hopefully it can help somebody else, because there's at least 3 of us that have the same kind of mower that I know of at my workplace. I have a smaller deck than some of the other ones. Mine's a 42. I think his is either a 48 or a 52, and so on. So, but everything else is the same. So guys, I'm gonna switch the camera and put it on the tripod, and then hopefully I can get this the best I can with the light that I have, I guess. So according to my friend, there are 4 screws up in here. I see one right up there. I see another one over here. And we're gonna remove all this duct tape and see if there's another one or 2 perhaps in here somewhere. And like I said, because of the heat, the tape will get loose. So the only solution was push the throttle back up to full and then put more duct tape around it. I even shoved some duct tape in this groove in here. I still only see 2 screws. You said there were 4. I'm gonna see if I undo. There's one here, and one here, and they're star bit. So I'm gonna find the right one and come back. So I'm gonna grab the camera real quick. I'm just gonna grab the tripod and show you where the screws are. You have one right here. Okay. And then we have another one right back here. Now I don't see, I thought he said 4. I don't see anything else, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take those out. We're gonna take those out and see what happens. And by the way, I just set up the tripod, well, one of the legs of the tripod on a fire ant hill. So we'll see what happens. Well, look. Well, that's it. Well, at least that got the assembly out. All right, I'm gonna adjust the tripod so you guys can see what I'm doing. We are halfway in the shade, and then the background is like so sunny and lit up by the sun. So I don't know how well the camera is going to be able to adjust to this. So I'm going to bring it over a little closer right now off of the tripod. So we're going to recap this again. We have one screw here and one other screw back here. The whole thing comes up. There is some kind of a bolt right here, and behind that bolt, and there's a nut. That nut right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tighten that up, get it nice and snug. It's actually doing a little better than what it was already, because before it would go like almost all the way to the back. So, but yeah, I'm bringing you this close because once I put the camera back on the tripod, I do not know how well the camera is going to adjust between us being in the shade and the very sunny highlighted backdrop that we have. And my apologies again, because I just cannot move the mower because it's missing a wheel. So, but yeah, we're gonna, yeah, it's you can tell it's very loose. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop this and put the camera back on the tripod, and I'll be back just a second. All right, guys, once again, I hope the shot is semi-decent. I'm not used to making this kind of videos. I'm not used to making any videos. So there's a bolt on the front, a nut on the back, and hopefully I grab the right sizes. That looks like it. And if I get this right on the money, I will tell you. And that looks like it'll do. All right, so the one on the front for the nut is a 7/16, and then the one on the back, it's 11 millimeters. So I have a little toolbox that has a little bit of everything, just in case you were wondering about the standard and the metric in there. So. And the reason why I have two ratchets is because I need to hang on to the nut on the back. Yes, yeah, a little too tight. I don't know if you can tell, it's stand up full throttle. So, guys, I think that fixed it. That's gonna save me money on duct tape. And in case you were wondering as to why it red, well, because I didn't have orange to match the rest of the the rest of the mower. So it would not hurt. I'm guessing if you have access to a little Loctite, it would not hurt to put a little Loctite on it. I have some Loctite, but it's all the way in the house. And I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I'm gonna put this back down. Screw it back on and be done with it. And hopefully tomorrow I will get the tires. Okay, so one thing I did not notice until now is you have to, this little tabs right here, you got 3 tabs. You gotta make sure they go in first, okay? And then you can push down on it. So don't do what I was about to do. I was gonna go full force on it, make it fit. That would have broken those little tabs. And if it comes loose again, I will do the same thing, but next time I will have some Loctite. That is awesome. I'll come back in a second. And there you have it. A very simple fix to such an annoying problem. And like I said, when he mentioned my buddy Westcott, by the way, Westcott, my friend, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll eat your lunch. And I mean that, like for real. It was very annoying. I did not notice the 2 screws on the top of the mower. I thought I was gonna have to take the whole assembly out to get to it. And like I said, the simplest thing to do for me was duct tape. And whenever it got hot and the adhesive on the duct tape got loose and the throttle will push to the back, the solution to that was put more duct tape on it. So anyways, I don't know how long it would have taken me without making the video, but it would have been like very short amount of time. 2 screws, pull the assembly up, get it nice and snug, put it back down. I mean, 10 minutes at the most. And like I said, I will double check I think it was a 7/16 on the bolt and 11 millimeters on the nut, and that's because that's what I had. I'm not sure about whether one metric and standard as far as one or the other one. So, yep, I'll get out of here. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get well, because I have aftermarket tires. Once I get the wheel assembly, because the steel wheel part comes with a tire already on it. So I have to have the shop swap the tires that I'm using onto the new wheel. So Westcott, don't forget to send me a photo of your tire size, because if it's the same tire that I'm getting, it's my gift to you, because I will have no use for it, because it's going to be one turf tire and I have those ag style or whatever you want to call them. This is not a how-to video. This is a how I did it. So take my advice as you wish. Well, like I said, it was such a simple fix to such an annoying problem. Hopefully this will help somebody else. Like I said, I searched on the internet. I couldn't find much information. My buddy Westcott, he told me about it before he even knew that I was having that issue with my mower, because we have the same one. So, all right, guys, don't forget to, okay, here we go. Smash that like button, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, etc., etc. All right, guys.